Hello friends, welcome again to this channel. I hope you're all doing good. In this video, we are going to see how a SumProduct function works. So SumProduct function is used where you want to multiply two sets of data and want to find the resultant value. So in this case, say you have 5 types of products. Each of them have got a quantity and a rate. Now you want to find the total price of this. So one way of doing this is that either you can multiply each of these cells. So quantity multiplied by rate will give you the total price. You can copy them across and then find the total that it is coming to around 174. So that's the total that is coming. Or you can also use the SumProduct function to calculate that same total by doing this. So you can go ahead, type in a equal to sign, type in the function SumProduct, open the bracket. Now it will ask for arrays. So arrays means the range which you want to multiply. So the first range would become my quantity. So what SumProduct will do, it will take the first cell of first range and multiply it to the second cell of the second range. So, and it will do it for all the cells that are filled. So if you just close this bracket, we have selected the first range, we have selected the second range, we have closed the bracket. Now if we just hit the enter, see it calculated the value that you had to calculate like individually for every row and then do a sum. The sum product did it in just one step. So yeah, so that's how you can use a sum product. But wait, this is not the only thing that a sum product can be used for. You know that you can use a sum product function to work as a lookup as well, lookup value as well. Now how this works, we'll have a look at that. So I've prepared a sample data over here, two sets of data. One where we'll be just looking for one set of criteria, and in the second we'll be looking at two different set of criteria. So what SumProduct also does is that it can compare two or three ranges and exactly pinpoint where they all meet, collide, and it returns the value where they all intersect. So in this example, say from cell I4 till L4, we want to see, we want to build a lookup where it can return me the value of A, B or C according to the period that I select. So how can we do that? We can use a SumProduct very easily. So let's build that formula. So in this section, I want to find the value of C under P3 column. So what I can do, I'll type equal to, then type in SumProduct. I'll open the bracket. Now my first array would be the one where I want to search for, say, like C. So I'll select from I3 till I5, and this needs to be equal to C, right? And all of this needs to be within a set of brackets because we have to multiply these criterias. So the next we will type in shift 8 or a multiply, and now we will give the second criteria, that is the period. Here again I'll open a bracket, I'll select this range where it's called P1, P2 and P3, and this time I'll again give an equal to, and this should be equal to this P3, whatever value I want to look for, and then close the bracket. Now you've given it two criterias. One, it will look for C in the rows, and it will look for P3 in the columns. Now once that is done, you also need to tell it the range from where it needs to pull in the data. So what we will do is, again we'll type in a star and we'll select the range from where it needs to pull in the data. So that is these numbers that you can see. So this will be from J3 till L5. Yeah. Now let's see what is happening over here. So we are telling SumProduct to first of all look for C in the row, then look for P3 in the column, and wherever that is intersecting, it needs to fetch the data from J3 or J2 till L4. Now we will close the bracket. Now let's press enter and see what happens. So as you can see, it is now looking for that data where C and P3 is intersecting and fetching that data for me. So as you can see, it's now looking for 78. So you can also change this to say B, and for B and P3 it's looking for 10. You can also change it, say change the column to P2, and it is now looking for P2 and B, and that is 45. So that's how a SumProduct can work. But say if there are there is more than 2 or 3 or any number of criteria that you want to set. So let's take the example in this second table. I also have got an actual and budget field. So say I want to retrieve a number whether it's actual or budget. So for that, again let's build the formula. So I'll start by typing an equal to, then SumProduct. Now again we'll open a bracket over here. Method would remain the same. So first of all, my array would be the rows, and I will do it equal to this cell. So I want to find C in the rows array. Again, my mistake, I forgot to write them inside a parentheses or open brackets. Now again we'll type in shift 8 or multiply, open a bracket. This time I will select the range of P this to find the value or the columns of P1 or P2, that is the time period. This is happening. Okay, now again I'll type in equal to, and this needs to be equal to the period that I'm selecting over here. Again I'll close this bracket, put in a multiply sign, and again open a bracket. Now it's going to my third criteria. This will be actual and budget. So again I'll select these cells. I will click equal to, and this needs to be whatever I'm selecting. So say actual or budget. I'll close this bracket, and this time I'll again multiply the range where the number is there. So I'll select all of this, I'll close the bracket and press enter again. So now you can see it is now picking actual value for P2 and C. So that is 5. So if I change this to bud, this will now pick the budget number. So for P2 budget, and for C it will pick up 10. If I change this to P01 and this to A, it will now pick up A, P1 and budget, that is 25. So that's how you can also use a SumProduct function as a lookup formula. And this is a very powerful formula if you see it in a way, because it can do things which your normal lookup formulas such as VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP or even index match won't be able to do, because they also try to find on the basis of one criterias. But where there are more than one criterias, there these formulas fail, or you have to build in a lot of nested if statements and make it more complicated to run the formulas. By using SumProduct function, or you can also use another function called filter, on which I've prepared another video and I have inserted that its link to in the description box. You can check that out as well. So these two kind of formulas can help you fetch data where you've got multiple criterias, and it will make your dashboard work smartly, and it will make your life easier as well. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned something new today and you can use the SumProduct function in your dashboards as well. So thank you once again, and do give us a thumbs up if you have liked this video, and subscribe us so that you do not miss out any other video that we'll be posting. For reference purposes, I have included the link to the filter function as well, where you can use the filter as a lookup as well. Hopefully that can also help you out. So thank you.